Press Secretary. Hi. Hi.
What's your name? Brianna? I'm Danny. I did not.
Okay, that's
You know your phone's right in front of the camera.
Okay.
so please hold your phone.
All right. Can we speak to you guys?
No,
I mean,
we're
we don't
not.
want to ask you any questions. I just want to read you guys something.
Yeah, give it a few minutes and then we'll come out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're on a meeting right now.
All right. No
Thank
problem. They gave me the card to their press secretary and said they couldn't talk. But I said we just wanted to read them something, and no questions. We didn't want to ask them anything. We just wanted to inform them. Okay, folks.
They said they'd be out in a few minutes, right?
Yep.
Here's the content of the letter that we're going to be sending.
The worker?
As you can see, it's somewhat long, and I'll do my best. But this is to President Obama. As U.S. veterans and allies, we ask you to uphold your campaign promises by freeing Private First Class Bradley Manning. And that says it all, right there. It's like Daniel Ellsberg, who's one of our heroes. You know, we don't have too many heroes these days. And people like Bradley Manning and Julian Assange, who's not an American but still a hero, are people that we should look up to. Today, September 6th, 2012, we gather at presidential campaign offices nationwide in protest of the mistreatment endured by military whistleblower and Nobel Peace Prize nominee Bradley Manning. We promise not to give up until President Obama answers our demands. In order to uphold campaign promises to create the most transparent government in history, the President must recognize PFC Manning as a whistleblower and remedy the injustices he has faced over 2 years in U.S. military custody. I suspect many of you know about some of the terrible conditions he's had to endure. Our demands are as follows. 1. 3-star General George Flynn must be held accountable for ordering PFC Manning to be held for 9 months in conditions declared cruel, inhuman, and degrading by UN Special Rapporteur on Torture, Juan Mendez. Under direction from then Lieutenant General Flynn, PFC Manning was not allowed regular exercise or sunlight, and was even forced to stand at attention naked. General Flynn should be disciplined for issuing illegal orders that fly in the face of U.S.-led international treaties.
Decommission him.
2. Although he's yet to be convicted of any crime, PFC Manning has already been severely punished. Additionally, military prosecutors have repeatedly failed to provide PFC Manning's defense all relevant evidence in a timely manner, despite there being no evidence that information released led to the injury of any American citizens, and that's one of the most serious charges that he's facing. He has already spent over 825 days in prison. Great. Is that a Democratic Party vote? Therefore, we ask that President Obama pardon PFC Manning of the remaining charges and seek to ensure the international human rights of other servicemen and women will be respected. Those are the 2 basic demands. What's the great car? Pontiac out there belong to anybody?
Yeah, she's right there.
Motorcycle place.
Inside, yeah. While we would defend the rights outlined above for any member of the armed services, we support PFC Manning especially due to the patriotic motivation behind the actions attributed to him and the positive impacts that have come from them. For example, we believe it would be appropriate for President Obama to acknowledge the role that those actions have played in ending the Iraq War. During the 2008 campaign, a majority of Americans, as well as a majority of those enlisted, believed that U.S. forces should be withdrawn from Iraq. Many people voted for President Obama because they believed he would end the war. When they talk about the issue of his actions ending the war in Iraq, basically what happened was the Iraqis said, we're not going to... The Iraqis said that they're not going to sign a status of forces agreement, which is basically a get-out-of-jail-free card for American troops. We have these with every place with our American troops. But because of the video and other things, the Iraqis held fast and did not sign this status of forces agreement, which forced us to remove our troops. Basically, it gave the Iraqis some backbone on that. Okay, despite the wishes of the American people, President Obama sought to keep troops in Iraq past the original planned deadline. Yeah, this was trying to arm twist there. Documents allegedly released by PFC Manning helped American citizens understand why the war had to be ended sooner. These reasons included a failure of command to adequately discipline soldiers who would discredit the U.S. military in the eyes of the world by wrongfully killing civilians. The release of improperly classified documents via WikiLeaks provided an opportunity for President Obama to grant the new Iraqi government more independence as planned and to bring American taxpayer dollars home and use them to treat traumatized veterans. Something badly needed. Bradley Manning served with conscience. Words attributed to him in May 2010 show he acted because he wanted, quote, people to see the truth, because without information you cannot make informed decisions as a public. President Obama made a similar statement in May of 2011 when he stated, in the 21st century, information is power. The truth cannot be hidden, and the legitimacy of government will ultimately depend on active and informed citizens. We are asking President Obama to honor those words by freeing American truth teller Bradley Manning. I think that says it all, frankly. And thank you all for coming out today. Even though they don't want us to go in there, maybe we should go in anyway.
Just like the Jewish things.
Hey, that's changing people in, huh?
I wonder if the bathrooms are inside. If they need to get out.
Yeah, right at the front door it says no public restrooms.
Right, but they might be inside. There are no private restrooms, perhaps, yeah.
Might as well.
I know some of you have come from long distances up in the foothills there.
Yay, thank you.
Any other long distance travelers here?
Define long distance, coming over from Warren and Meadowview.